So welcome to this 10-minute or so workout. We're going to be doing some challenges with one weight, and you might want to have a mat on the floor if it's easier for you. But all of this is designed to challenge your balance. Let's get started with a little warm-up by bringing your arm up and over for a nice side bend, and then sweep that arm across, bending at the waist and from your hips, circling it around 3 times. Bring both arms up and toes slightly turned out as you do some squats, down and up, and then start to pull down the elbows if you would like to as you go down and up, and then bring the other arm up and over for that side bend, and then sweep the arm around, just feeling that nice rotation in your shoulder, just getting the blood flowing a little bit, especially if you've been sitting. Side bend side to side with both arms overhead, and then bring them down, and then step across again just to get the heart rate up and a little bit warmer so that you can feel ready and all set to go for your balance work. That's across, and then step behind, down for some lunges. So you're gonna place your hands right in front and then take it down. Just baby tiny lunges. We're not getting too far into those knee bends because we're not fully warmed up. Taking some deep breaths in and out, and then switch sides, taking it down the other side, making sure your front foot is securely planted into the floor as you take those mini lunges. Notice my back is staying nice and straight because I want some weight to go into the legs, ensuring that they get fully warmed up. Next, we're going to take that arm up and over again, and then switch right to the other side. Nice big deep breaths in and out with this. Then up and over, and then again take the foot forward and across. Maybe a little bit faster if you are ready, so that you can be fully warmed up. I'm shooting my arms directly in front, and then come to a stop, into a squat, and get ready to work. So here's where you want to grab that one weight, and we're just going to play back and forth side to side as we get some balanced core work in with these arm exercises. You can put your hand to the wall if you need to, or I like to just hold mine out to help me with that balance. Notice I'm already getting going with some hammer curls, and I have one foot behind, almost in a curtsy position. Up, hold that weight, hovering it right over your shoulder, and take some more lunges. And down. Again, I'm just keeping my arm out to help me with that balance, because lunges can be a little bit tricky as we're separating our leg work. Now we're going to step across, holding that weight right in front, stepping behind, alternating lunge backs in that curtsy positioning. And again, I'm not taking the knee bends too far. This is just to keep us moving. Hold your arm out to the other side, and this time you're going to do a bicep curl, and then bring that arm up and down, overhead shoulder presses. You notice my opposite foot is behind now in that holding curtsy position, and then take it forward. Now switch hands, and again bicep curl this time, stepping over. My other arm can be out to the side, or if it's easier you can have it lightly touching the wall. Switch the weight into the other hand, and then hammer curl on this side, again stepping back, crossing behind the opposite leg, holding the arm out to help you balance. All right, great job so far. Now, coming into a wider stance now, going back to the weight, you're gonna pass it overhead. My feet are staying flat on the floor, and we're just working on a little bit of coordination and make sure that you securely hold that weight so that you don't drop it on your foot or your leg. And then up and over, and certainly not your head. Then take it right to the middle, lift your heels, and then lower. lift, and bring the weight up overhead, sink down, side bend side to side. Still my heels are up, you can always take them down if you need to. This is just to challenge your balance and your core. Over and take it down and come out. All right, so now we're going into another set of your hammer curl with the curtsies. So I'm just kind of playing with this and basically moving the weight all over the place so that we can keep challenging our balance. Kind of like playing a little mystery game as you do your exercise, not really staying in one position at a time. Go ahead and switch that weight onto the other side and take it back as you hammer curl up and up. Switch sides, keep switching back and forth. We want to just keep the body guessing in this exercise. Arm comes out, a little stability if needed. And we'll come to a stop. So now we're going to come into a lunge position, a little bit slower in the work. Hold that weight out in front and then lift your right leg back. Back. This is nice and slow because we're just challenging our balance. The weight is kind of something to focus on. Switch legs. Same thing, you're just holding that weight out in front. And bring the weight to a position that's going to work to help you with your center of gravity. So I lifted mine a little bit higher on my left leg, and then go ahead and bring it all down. All right, bring that weight down, and this time we'll lift the leg again. Weight comes forward, and then row with your weight. My leg is holding up. And if you need a chair on the other side to help you support in your balance, go ahead and pause. Switch sides. I'm holding my arm out to help me with that balance, and then come forward. Great job. Okay, let's get ready for our next part. We're almost there. We're about 3/4 of the way through. Lift one leg and hold your weight, and then press it overhead. Press. Press. Again, nice and slow, and I have my hand on my hip this time, but you can always take it out if that helps you with your balance. Now bring your leg forward, forward. Still shoulder press with that weight the whole time, and lift it forward. Good. And we're going to switch sides. So slowly lift the knee, and then weight goes up overhead. And press, press. This is also great for the ankles to give them some extra strength because we're relying on that standing leg. And then go ahead and shift your leg forward, or if you're not comfortable, you can just keep your leg right in that same position. You can see I teetered there, a little off balance on that side, and that happens. Okay. Bring your stance out to a little bit wider. We'll finish by playing around with some heel raises. Make sure your hips feel comfortable in this positioning. Bring the weight forward and down, up and down. Lifting front, and I have my heels off the floor. If you do not feel stable, go ahead and bring those heels down. I'm going to sink down a little bit lower and repeat. And lift. Good. Sink down a little lower. Try it one more time. Up, up, lift, and bring it down. One more time. Sinking even lower if you feel ready for that. And lift and come up. Great job. That was a little challenging there to bring it down low. Go ahead and put that weight to the side, and we'll finish with some stretches. So using the wall to help you lift your foot up to the back of your leg, pressing your knee downward towards the floor. Or if you feel good with your balance, you can always try it without the wall or chair nearby. And then lower down, come into a wide stance. Shift your hips back and forth, side to side, bumping your hip outward just to release the hips. And then hinge forward, pressing your arms forward, taking a nice back stretch, hands clasped behind your back. And then lift your heels a little bit, shake it all out. Step out wider than your mat and again hinge forward and then come down towards the floor, bending the knees and bend, a couple more, and all the way up. One last stretch. We'll take a triangle stretch with both feet on the floor, opening into a staggered position. Breathe in and then switch sides. Breathe out, letting your arms come down, shoulders relax as you bring your arms down. And you did awesome. Thanks for joining.